Messi has bid farewell to FC Barcelona. At first, there were some that thought Messi and Barca were making a power play in order for La Liga to make an exception financially for them, but he's moving on. The destination? PSG. Hey guys, I'm Adrian, back home and in the studio again with Plantini, and welcome back to Rabona TV. A lot to get through today, including what was said by Messi in his farewell press conferences, how him leaving isn't a silver bullet for Barcelona regarding their finances, and how PSG can pull off his signing. But first, if you want to follow the goings-on of everything in the football world, then our sponsors, OneFootball, have got you covered. OneFootball's app is my favorite football app because it allows me to customize my newsfeed. Just follow the players, like Messi for example, teams, and competitions you care about, like Liga now, maybe, and enjoy the custom-tailored news stories that are pushed out to you. Follow transfers with their transfer trackers, watch videos, and stream matches. I mean, I watched Benfica versus Spartak in Champions League qualifiers on OneFootball. It was great. And if it isn't streamed, then their live tickers have you covered minute by minute. So use the link in the description to download OneFootball on Android or iOS and help me by helping yourself to the world of football. Thanks for making this video possible, OneFootball. When it was said that Messi had agreed a contract, only for things to collapse last Thursday, I think a lot of us might have felt like, okay, they say they had agreed and he intended on returning, but there still must have been some major aspects of the contract to iron out, right? There must have been some numbers that they pushed back on. Well, apparently not, judging by the press conference that Lionel Messi held on August 8th, 2021, in order to bid farewell to the club he has been with since he was a child, his home for over 2 decades, and 35 trophies later. Last year, he asked to leave the club, but based on the press conference, he was clearly shocked by the outcome of it all this year, crying profusely at the podium. Quote, "I don't know if I'll be able to speak. This is very hard for me after so many years, after being here my entire life. I wasn't prepared. I was convinced that we would remain with the club, which is our home. It still hasn't sunk in that I'm leaving this club, that my life will be changing completely. It will be a difficult change for me and especially for my family, but we have to accept it and move on." Right until the last, he was convinced that he would be playing with Barcelona this season, and then the sudden reality that he had already played his final match with Barcelona after getting told by Joan Laporta and the Barca representatives that if he took pay cuts, he would be able to play for Barcelona next season. And then hearing from those same representatives that it is an impossible situation. Ouch. On top of that, realizing he wouldn't get to bid the fans farewell and get the reception that he deserves in the stadium. That's all a bit harsh for him. Put all of your silly Ronaldo versus Messi stuff aside for a moment, and on a human level, you have to feel for the guy. It's a horrible thing, and of course it doesn't affect his legacy at all. That's set in stone, but I do really feel for him to not be able to say goodbye to the supporters properly, and to really get that send-off that he deserves. It's a sad departure even for neutrals in a sense, but what makes it all the more difficult for Barca fans will be how Messi's departure isn't necessarily a silver bullet for the club. There's still a great chance that some of their new signings won't be able to register with the club for the upcoming season. According to Laporta, who spoke on the matter when seeing off Messi, and backed up by Ramon Alvarez de Mon, who claimed Barcelona will have to generate somewhere between 128 and 144 million euros in capital gains and wage savings in order to register their 4 new signings: Memphis Depay, Aguero, who's injured for about 10 weeks until November apparently, Eric Garcia, and Emerson Royal. Now there are some that say, well, if Messi loves the club, he should play for free. And while that would be a very romantic thing to do, you can't expect anyone to volunteer to work for free at the club they love. On top of that, him doing so wouldn't change the financial situation at Barcelona to the degree that they need to change it anyway, in order to even be able to register Messi. So it would be a bit of a pointless sacrifice. He'd be giving up pay to not really play. With Messi's wages gone from the annual budget, that takes Barcelona's total wage outlay to 95% of their revenue. In order to register players in La Liga, they need to reduce their wage outlay to 70% in order to meet the requirements set out by the league. They still have a long way to go, and while they are 15% closer to that number, they still have 25% to go. Whether you think he's right or wrong for doing so, Javier Tebas, the head of La Liga, has stuck to his guns to the point where he has said that perhaps the best player to ever grace La Liga can walk if Barcelona don't sort out their finances in another way and meet the salary requirements set by La Liga's economic control regulators. Saying no to any special treatment of Messi is a massive call, as he brings a lot of money to La Liga. It's estimated that the financial impact of losing Messi will be massive for Barcelona as well. Though he cost them an estimated 383 million euros over the last 3 seasons, economists estimate he also brought in over 600 million euros in revenue. It's unfortunate that Messi's own club is the cause for his departure. They have been run so poorly that they are being forced into letting go of their best player of all time, and they can only blame themselves. Losing Messi is Barca's crime, and Barca's crime alone. La Liga cannot be blamed. Recent reports have shown how the effect of the pandemic makes up just 15% of the debt issues at Barcelona, so this goes way back. The ridiculous wages and spending ridiculous amounts on players who've had minimal impact. I mean, that's thanks to Bartomeu's regime and the boards of the past. All of this culminates to Barca losing Messi because of Barca, not because of La Liga. I do wonder if trust in Laporta has taken a bit of a hit as well, given the evident lack in transparency. Barca supporters could speak to this better than I could, but I do wonder. Ever since his election, he has maintained that the contract with Messi would be no problem. He's maintained that Messi would sign. But maybe that will be his way out of some bad press. The agreement between the club and Messi has never been an issue. Messi himself said at his farewell conference that they had an agreement, but the league economic controls got in the way. Maybe that will be his way out of this. So I guess that will be Laporta's shield, maybe. The economic situation is not his fault, nor is the enforcing of the league rules. But some may be upset with the lack of transparency, or at the least, leading them to believe, Messi included, that Messi would stay. As time goes on, more and more reports are placing Lionel Messi at PSG on a 2-year contract. Fabrizio Romano and all of the transfer big guns have reported that PSG will be the destination and that Jorge Messi, Lionel's father and agent, has been in contact with them since it was announced on Thursday that Messi would not continue with FC Barcelona. PSG has been behind 2 of the top transfers in football history, the moves that saw Neymar and Mbappe sign with the Parisian club. But this summer they have made waves with all of the players they've signed on free transfers. While they paid 60 million for Achraf Hakimi, Sergio Ramos, Gini Wijnaldum and Gianluigi Donnarumma have all signed on as free agents. Lionel Messi would no doubt be the cream of the crop when it comes to free transfers, but financially, it won't be free. Factor in signing on fees such as, signing bonuses and a cut for Jorge Messi, and Messi won't exactly be an economical option for PSG. The numbers that are circulating and have been quoted by the likes of The Athletic and others are a 25 million euro signing on fee with PSG plus a net salary of 25 million euros per year across 2 years, plus an option for a 3rd year at the same rate. For what it's worth, Neymar makes 31 million euros annually. PSG claim that they believe that signing Messi, despite the cost, will be a profitable signing in the end. According to Transfermarkt, they claim that commercial revenues would increase for PSG both in Europe and South America if they were to reunite Lionel Messi with Neymar once again. Sponsorships would increase, as would the demand for tickets and more at the French club. Speaking of Neymar has no doubt played a big role in Messi's decision to move to PSG and reunite with a player that he had such great chemistry with and whom he last conquered Europe alongside in 2015. There was the picture of Messi with Neymar and some other PSG players 2 days prior to Barcelona announcing Messi would leave the club, though Messi said that this was just a coincidence, he was visiting some friends, and even during this time, he believed he would be playing for Barcelona this coming season. But Neymar and Messi have maintained a great friendship, with Neymar being quite public about wanting to play with Messi again, and on Thursday night, August 5th, Messi apparently called Mauricio Pochettino and voiced his willingness to play for him at PSG, a fellow Argentinian. This apparently changed everything at PSG, and that willingness translates to the financial terms that Messi would be willing to sign on for. While the sporting project of Barcelona was not up to snuff for Messi, the PSG project will no doubt be an attractive one. Last summer, Messi wanted to leave due to the politics at Barcelona, due to Bartomeu, and due to the complete lack of a sporting project at the club. PSG have that project now. They're the ones making the strides in an attempt to be the best team in Europe, and no doubt that will be attractive to Messi as he wants to win the Champions League one more time, at least, before hanging up his boots. As for financial fair play, It's seemingly in ruin after UEFA announced that the rules would be relaxed following the pandemic, more like during the pandemic as the Delta variant, among others, surge around the world. But it seems like clubs where no money is an issue, such as City, PSG, the state-funded clubs, they'll do the most to sign players and put them in a position to finally win the Champions League. UEFA announced the following, this is from The Guardian here. The principals accept that clubs can make losses greater than the permitted 30 million euros over a rolling 3-year period, and that owners can cover those losses. UEFA stressed, however, that it was still committed to encouraging good financial management by clubs, and the measures were aimed only at neutralizing the adverse effects of the pandemic. Lost ticket income while matches are played behind closed doors, and the potentially major loss of some TV, commercial, and sponsorship income. That line about owners being able to make up the difference is huge for clubs like City and PSG. So it certainly seems like PSG will take advantage of this, and there are even talks that this Messi signing could push Mbappe to stay on with PSG further and ignore Real Madrid's advances, at least for now. There are even whisperings of the French government getting involved to help out with the process of turning PSG into a dominant force. There are also talks that this signing could push back their interest in Pogba by a year and instead opt for him to run out his contract as well and then join PSG. This is the new Galacticos, man. But like the potential Messi signing, we'll just have to wait and see. As things stand, Barcelona's mismanagement is potentially PSG's gain. But what do you guys think of this? Do let me know in the comments and be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. My name's Adrian, this is Rabona TV, and we'll see you later this week. Ciao!